Hello everyone, this is Joni from Joni Designs, L. I put an L on the back of my name because there was just so many Jonies on there that I thought I better distinguish it just a bit more. Sorry that it has taken me so long to get back with you, but I had some minor things happen, and so I just couldn't get back to you as fast as I wanted to. And what you are looking at right now has been giving me fits. And not really fits, but it's been hard to do. And not as hard as one would think, because when I first thought of the thing, I thought, well, I don't think that it will take long. And I thought, probably about 6 hours. But it has taken quite a bit of time. And I know that the way that the camera is looking at it, you really can't see that much about it. But it turns over like this, and it looks like this. And I still haven't gotten it completed. I was going to go ahead and complete some of the things that I still have to do so that you can watch what I was doing. But I knew that the part that I filmed showing me putting the stones and the baby's breath on it and everything was enough to let you get the gist of how you do it. And the other things that I'm going to do is, see the stones right now, there just went one. They don't want to stay on with the glue, the hot glue, and I don't understand because but the stones are pretty heavy. And even though they're small, and that's why I wanted it like that, I wanted really small ones because I knew they would be heavy. I went ahead and they were really heavy. So I had to measure how much I wanted in between each of these things because this is what I'm calling a mountain. And it is dealing with Easter. And to me, this is my representation of Jesus' life while he was here on earth. And that's why I started out with a road that he had to travel through his life here. And I started out down here in the back. And as you can see, the road is much wider here. And as he comes along, traveling on his way, he starts to come in contact with, I use the baby's breath for people. And he began coming in contact with people. And he always tried to help everyone that he came in contact with. And so we go around this way. And here I will show you, I have a little dove here. And it's hard to see the dove because it's so tiny. But to me, the dove is when Jesus was baptized and the Holy Father sent down a dove that landed on Jesus' shoulder, telling him that he was well pleased with his son. So that's what the dove represents. And then it continues on around like this, and going on up like this until you come to this part right here. And I'm trying to get that in focus right now. This right here is a whip. And that is what they used on Jesus when they crucified him. And I took a leather, little leather strap that I had because I make jewelry also. And I had planned on someday, I don't know when, making something on this leather strap. So what I did, I just took the leather strap and cut it into about, I think, let's see, there's 5 pieces. And then I took a piece of the strap and wrapped it around to form a handle up here. And this right here of course, is the part that did all the damage. And I knew that there were stones and bones in the whip that they used on Jesus. So I took stones from these and crushed them up with one of my tools that I have that it's like a pair of pliers is what it is, and crushed them into smaller pieces that I could put on here. And then the black thing that goes around it, I couldn't think of anything for it, so I got a bread wrapper and just cut it in two and wrapped it around there. And it has metal in it and all the stuff like they used. And when they would hit him, this would rip his flesh. They weren't allowed to break any of his bones. It had said that prior to his being born. But they sure beat him, and beat him they did. And with all of these things that would just rip the skin right off of the bones. And it was very, very nasty. So that's what I made out of that, and to show him. And then I'll just leave it sitting like this. Now, I haven't finished the cross. This is the cross that I chose. I can hold on to it. Get it to where you can see it. I'm still having trouble with adjusting the way I go with these cameras. I would never make a good hostess on one of the network's shows, would I? Selling things up there, because I'd have them all over the place. But this is a cross that I have chosen. And I worked on it for quite a while because I wanted the cross part of it, the inside, to be rugged and worn and everything like it was the one that they used for him. And then I wanted the other to show the glory of God in the back of the cross, because at any time there were legions of angels just standing around there, all formed, ready to do God's bidding. And at any time he could have come off of that cross, but God let his son stay there so that we might have eternal life. So this is what I have chosen for the cross, and I don't think it's helping it any. But then I took a little thing and I wrote this. Probably see it on my hand better. They were making fun of him, and they wrote King of the Jews on a little board, and I tried to get one that was replica sort of what they would have had at that time. And I tried to do the writing just like I would have thought some of the soldiers would have. They would not have been using a lot of care or anything because they didn't care. And so I'm going to put that on there somewhere. I really haven't decided where I'm going to put that yet. And then the last thing, next to the last thing, then I got this, and also, here we go again. The word is faith. And I basically tried to do, one thing that's messing me up are these little icons that's on the camera. But the word is faith, in case you can't see it. And so I'm going to put it down near the bottom, because we have to have faith and trust in Jesus, of course. And then the last thing that I made was the crown of thorns. And I thought, what in the world am I going to make a crown of thorns out of? And so I had it upside down. So I went in the kitchen and I started looking around, and I finally found, again, a bread wrapper. And I used it, and I came in here and wrapped it around itself. And then I tried to paint it the brown that I thought it would have been. And I was very surprised with the brown inks that I'm getting now, and the plaids and everything. They don't seem as dark as what they used to be. They seem more like to look sort of like a milk chocolate instead of a dark brown, a wood dark brown, like a walnut. But I did that. I put the, and then I thought, well, I have to have something to represent the thorns that were on it. So I've got some other, I remembered having a wreath that I had made a few years ago, and I had it in my closet, and it was a grapevine wreath. So I went in and I thought, well, that will be pliable, and maybe I can make some thorns out of it, and maybe help with the actual crown. But when I got in there, I found that the grapevine, of course, had dried up pretty much. But I still went ahead and broke the smaller pieces into pieces that I could take and pretty well glue them onto the other part to form the awful thorns that were in his crown. And because it was some sort of tree that they got that from, or vine, that when it touches your skin, it causes your skin to swell massively. So his face and neck would have been unrecognizable. And of course they stuck it down into the skin, causing him to bleed. So that's what I have done with all of this so far. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just let you won't be able to actually watch me do this, but I'll show you how I would be, because I have to look at it when I'm doing it. I've got the hot glue ready, and first thing I'm going to do is to put the faith on. And I love the faith sign. It makes us think just how much faith we do have to have, and everything, but it will all be worth it someday. And so I have really enjoyed working on this, even though it was a lot of problems with the stones, because they did give me a lot of trouble. But I hung in there, and so it lasted. And now when I was putting this baby's breath and the stone up around there, I was having trouble keeping up with the measurement. And I thought, gracious sakes, what in the world am I going to do? And so I thought, well, in my Bible, I always use a little 6-inch ruler. And I thought, well, you can go get your 6-inch ruler. And I thought, well, I really don't want to get the one out of my Bible. And I thought, Joan, now listen, you can go ahead and get that out of your Bible and use it, and then put it back when you get through with it. And you can still, the reason why I have it, I like to draw my lines. If I see a passage, anything in a passage that I want to underline, I like for my lines to be straight. And I am not known for drawing the straightest lines anymore. So I used my ruler. Now there I have, I'll turn it around and let you see what I've done so far. I don't know if you can't, because I can't move them right now, because there's the cross. And then, of course, the faith is down here. But it won't take that glue long to dry, and then I can put it down and you all will be able to see it. Now I think that I'm going to put the crown of thorns right here on the top of his cross. And I know that this little sign is supposed to go up there, but I might be able to get them both up, but I don't know if I would like the way it would look. I can just sit this here maybe and see what the thorns would look like on top of it. It's a little hard to keep it like that. I might just put, it doesn't go there, and we all know that. I might just put it right here in the baby's breath. King of the Jews is what this represents. And of course that was a laugh to them also. But I may put the crown of thorns up here, and then put the King of the Jews maybe just sort of at an angle. That's what I'm going to do. See, right there it is. I'm going to put the crown of thorns right there. Okay. Like that. Ouch. Oh, I was going to tell you girls about something that I ran into the other day that helped me immensely. And I will show you right now. They're in my desk drawer. You probably have worked with them, but I had never worked with them. They're these little things that go on your fingers. I think they're called dimensions. That's the name of them. And I bought them at Joann's Fabric. And oh my goodness, did these not come? I have 3. I think I have a 4th one, but it's probably lost somewhere in my desk. But I had these on both hands, and don't think they didn't come in handy when I was trying to hold those stones down, because they were hot. And then I was trying to blow the spider things, the web things, off of your glue. And I had never used a heat gun before. So I'm using a lot of things differently that I haven't had before. But not very many, but a few. And mostly in the inks and things like that. But anyway, ouch, tack on it. Now I'm having a senior moment right now. Here are the webs. It brought it back to me. I was trying to blow those off of the mountain, and lo and behold, it got my stones very, very hot. And I wonder if I got that glue on the right end. I probably got too cold. And it was just about to get my baby's breath on fire. So, as I said, I have had some challenging moments during this, but I wouldn't trade it. So, it's also been a very nice thing to be able to work on. So that is pretty much of, my daughter will be very happy when I tell her that this is through, because she says, Mom, you've taken too long. And I told her, I said, well, it's because I'm having some problems. And then it was just, I really didn't feel well a couple of days. So I had to just sort of sit back and take a little rest for a while. And then I started feeling better. But that heat gun really gets hot. And so I'll turn this around here. faith is on heavy. I think it's on good enough to let you see what it looks like. And I know that you can't see that when it comes back. When my daughter comes over, I'm going to let her take this and take the camera and just go around it and show you exactly what it looks like, and she can come in, zoom in on each of the things and show you what the things look like. And you can see there the whip and the cross and the thorns and then the sign that they had for him, and down here is the faith. And I thought that that was a pretty good idea with Easter, because that's what the season is all about. It's all about when Jesus was hanged on that cross. And so I just started trying to think of what in the world could I do that would represent that. And then I started thinking about how he had gone about with such a long path, but yet it was a short path. And I think that everyone will appreciate this, that has the same faith that I do. I know not all people do, but that's okay. We all have our rights to believe or not to believe, and that's what God made. He made it to where we can believe, or we can not. We have a free reign to believe, and so that's the one thing that makes it really even more interesting, is him allowing everyone to have a freedom of choosing whether they want to believe in him or whether they don't. And so a lot of things you don't get about that. But this is the thing that I'm through with now. When my daughter comes over, I will have her to put this on a little thing, or just leave it on my desk, and I go around it and show you the entire thing up beside it with the camera. And then you'll be able to see it somewhat better, I think. And I have got to get busy. Now I'm getting behind because I have, let's see, I have an Easter basket on there with a video. And then I have the rocking chair that I made the Easter basket out of. And then I have the house tour. So that's 3. And I believe that's it. And this one will make my 4th one. And now I've got to get busy on one for Valentine's Day. And as I've said before on here, time waits for no one, especially Joni. Nope. You have to move it. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move it. And I really do love doing this because I love to craft. I've always loved to craft. And then I was especially happy when I thought of, I made the Easter baskets and things like that, but I thought that is great, you know, for the children and everything like that, and for a lot of people. But for the Christians, there has to be something linked there with Christ. So this is how I linked my belief in Jesus Christ to my project. So I really do hope that you like it. And I hope that you will look at my video and give me a thumbs up and if you do like it. And tell me what you think about it. And be sure and subscribe. Because, my gracious, it takes a while to get people subscribing. And I didn't realize that. But it does take a while. So I will talk with you guys later, and I wish you all a very, very happy time of the year, and I know that we are having wind down here, and it's beautiful, and the wind is lovely, but it's really strong right now. And you go outside and you feel like you're going to be blown away almost. But at the same time, it's happy. So I hope that where you are happy, and that everything is going really well for you. And I just wish you all a very, very happy time. And I will talk with you all later, and come back and see me, and we'll craft some more. This is Joni saying bye-bye.